Oh,
Okay,
excuse me.
welcome. So week 10. Dang, week 10 already.
I
Pretty
know.
exciting. Um, so I'm going to start with Paula, even though Andrea was here first. You get to go next, Andrea.
I went first last time, so
I
no
want
biggie.
to hear how Paula's doing. I'm just curious because you were on doing really great and then it turned off. Has
Yeah,
anything
actually,
changed?
I'm not quite sure what's going on because I'm definitely in ketosis. I've done all the testing and all that. I'm there. In the entire week, I have I lost 1 pound and I gained it. So I'm not losing weight at all, but I lost another inch.
You did.
Isn't that
Okay.
something?
Yeah, so I've now lost a total of 16 and a half inches, which just kind of
Wow.
amazes me.
It's
That's
absolutely.
wonderful.
Are
I
you
lost
are
the,
you seeing it and feeling it also, Paula? Are you feeling it when you put your clothes on? Are you seeing it? Are people commenting?
I see it and I feel it.
Okay,
Yeah,
great. I mean,
it's
that's
a
huge.
lot of inches. And almost all of it is my midsection to my hips.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just an amazing amount in those areas. So, and then I lost the 8 pounds or the 6 pounds that I gained, and I lost an additional 8. So I'm down 14 pounds. I lost 2 on my BMI, 2 points, but 0 body fat. So according to, the way you do it, but all the inflammation is gone. So I don't know what to think exactly. I think some of it is water because I do an awful lot of water. And it's warm here now again. It's really warm here again. So,
What about everything else? What about your sleep, your pain, your
there is
stamina?
no pain. That was my goal when I joined. Remember, was I was going to have a major reduction in pain. Well, I'm at 0 pain.
That is
amazing.
congratulations.
And I'll tell you, Friday, what I did, I've done like 4 or 5 hours work in my garden. Friday, a friend of mine had hand surgery. She's a bartender, and she had a choice, lose her job or come to work. And so I went to work for her, and I tended bar from 11 in the morning to 7 at night, never sat down but for 10 minutes, and that was on a toilet, and I felt fine. No
Wow.
pain, nothing.
That's great.
That is absolutely amazing. I'm so thrilled for you.
And not only that, it was only 1 minute that I really wanted to drink.
Right. Well, I know that's a roughie.
Well, being the bartender, you still get to be super social and be right there in the middle of all of it.
Yeah. So, she was there and schmoozing with all her people and all of that, that she could not get her hand wet at all because her hand is still stitches, it's still round and all of that. So it was bothering her to be on her feet more than it was bothering me. I mean, it wasn't bothering me at the least. She kept saying, you better sit down. She'd look at my feet to see if they were swollen. They weren't. So it was amazing. Wonderful. It was really amazing. I'm making progress. I'm just not losing a lot of weight.
What about walking? Have you been able, I'm just curious about your stamina with what, I mean, that's amazing that you were able to stand and bartend for 7, 8 hours.
8 hours, and it's a long bar, so it's a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The washing station for the glasses is in the middle of the bar. The cash register is on the extreme left, and then there's some games on the extreme right. So there was a lot of going back and forth. Plus, I would leave from time to time and go out and serve tables. Most of the people that were at tables were playing pool. And so...
I mean, were you exercising to prepare yourself for this, or did you just go cold turkey and go do it? I mean,
I went pretty much cold turkey because, of course, I've been walking. But the other thing I've been doing more than walking is I've been back on my rowing machine.
Great. Good for you.
So, and I can use both of my legs. I used to row with only my left leg because my right knee would start swelling. And now it's a whole full body row.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Good for you, Paula.
Yeah, I'm definitely making progress.
You are definitely. Now, I know not seeing the results on the scale gets frustrating, and the fact that you are noticing all of these other non-scale victories and realizing all the benefits, and there's so much internal work that's going on right now. Also, all the years of damage is being repaired. So there are a couple.
I've been breaking out here and there, and you know that's kind of funny on a 70-year-old.
You know, it's not uncommon. It's really not. Just weird little symptoms come up, and you know, I've got the keto rash. It's weird. I've got the itchy bumps, and it's super itchy, but it's not all the time. It's just at weird times. But yeah, just these toxins are coming out of us, and they've been built up for long. And as they're releasing in our fat cells too, they're becoming released. But we are getting rid of them. So keep focusing on that. But just to ease your mind, Friday we are going to have an enhancement that I think you'll like, and you'll get more information. This will help restart things also. For people that have had trouble getting their, I mean, I know that personally I've seen a lot of benefits, and my clothes are fitting differently, and I've seen huge changes in other ways, but not on the scale right now. I lost 2 pounds. Woohoo!
Oh, good.
I'm stoked about that. So I'm really trying to focus on the other stuff, because I want to keep that positive attitude and realize that there is a lot of stuff still being fixed on me right now, and more is coming. It will come. So those of us that were
another bit of progress is that I am nostalgic about certain foods, but there's no craving. I mean, there were people who had all kinds of things. They had French fries smothered in cheese sauce, and it looked horrible. Smelled good, but I looked at that and thought, oh, that's poison. I mean, there was all kinds of things, you know, and I didn't want any of it.
Good for you.
Nothing. So,
I mean, that's the biggest victory, I think, is the fact that you can walk away from it, that you can look at it and make the choice that you don't want it. It's okay. I'm okay without it. In fact, I know it's going to make me feel like crap.
The only thing I really kind of wanted was beets. One morning I thought, I wish I could have beets. Oh, I can, just not yet. So, you know, I haven't wanted all that other stuff.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe your wish will come true. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I grow them, so I still have beet greens.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I know it's hard to not see the weight loss on the scales, but you're obviously losing. It's redistributing and stuff, but come Friday, there'll be some enhancements, and I really think it'll help re-trigger you, re-get you going.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Anything else you want to share? So you've had some people making comments about you. Have people noticed?
Not really, because most of them haven't seen me for a long time. So, you know, they weren't really, I think they were more paying attention to, oh, you're back, and she's back from her surgery. So, you know, we were talking about lots of other things, but I really do notice. I mean, the majority of my 16 inches are all in the same places. They're all I've lost 2 inches in my chest, but I've lost in my midsection, my waist, and my hips the most. And so I really feel that a lot.
That's great. Does it make it easier to be mobile, getting around? And I mean,
all the swelling came out of my knee. You know, the swelling went down from my knee a lot. even though I haven't lost a whole lot of, I haven't lost like inches there, the swelling would be high at certain times of day, but I did all my measuring in the morning when most of the swelling was gone anyway. But all of the inflammation in the middle of my body is gone. I sleep without any problems, although I'm sleeping less hours than I used to. I think maybe 3 or 4 times in the last few weeks I've taken a nap for like an hour, hour and a half. That you know, the thing that's huge is that I have no pain, and I keep testing it. I wasn't sure I could make 8 hours on my feet. I really wasn't sure I could do that, and but I wasn't going to let her down.
That's amazing.
And I had no problem at all. In fact, I thought, geez, I really don't want to work. I miss money, but I don't miss work. I don't miss bosses is what I don't miss. I thought, geez, maybe I ought to rethink this working thing. I could work a couple days a week, you know.
Yeah, definitely get some tips from those people drinking alcohol.
Yeah, it was fun. There was only one sad person. You know, there's always somebody who's got to cry in their beer. Everybody else was laughing and enjoying themselves, and you know.
That's great.
It was great. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, good for you. I'm proud of you for looking at all the positive and hanging in there. You've been okay with you've been okay with the diet, with the food you've been eating and all of that. You're not too bored.
No, in fact, I made carnitas, which usually have orange juice or something in them, and all I did was I used a little bit of orange rind instead. That you know, has been sitting. I zested an orange, and I was going to use it in something, and I didn't. But I didn't throw it away, and so it wasn't the freshest, but it surely gave an orange flavor in there. And so I used that, and it was just fine. And I just had the carnitas with chopped onions and cilantro, nothing else, you know, no cheese, no tomatoes, no other vegetables. I had that, and then, you know, I had all my other vegetables. I made this incredible salad, and I practically minced everything except the celery and cucumber, and then it was cilantro, basil, lettuce, kale. It had a hard-boiled egg, about a half a can of white tuna was in it, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, just really small, and parsley. And it was really good. And the dressing was just red wine vinegar, olive oil, garlic, dried oregano, and black pepper. That's all. It was great. And then I could taste the flavor. Yeah.
Okay, so just a couple little tips. Those both sound absolutely divine, but let me just point out 2 things really quick. The orange rind. That, when after you go, we do our enhancements and all of that, if you find that everything is really slowing down and you're not switching, you might consider not using that anymore.
No orange rind, okay.
I'm just saying, because if you are having any trouble flipping the switch back after, you know, if I don't know, if everything seems fine right now, you're not losing the pounds, but it seems like you're getting other huge results. So, but just to keep that in mind, if you're frustrated and you're not, the results stop, think about taking that out. And also the red wine vinegar. The red wine vinegar turns to sugar. It is.
So should I use apple cider vinegar?
Yeah, I would suggest apple cider, definitely.
Okay.
It's just not as sweet.
Right. It seems like it'd be the other way around because of the apple, but
I know it does sound really strange, but for some reason, and we use it in small amounts too. We don't use a big amount of it.
Right.
It was a small amount. I mean, for that salad, it was really a small amount.
Yeah, absolutely. And the orange rind, if
I
you're
use it
doing
too.
fine, some people are totally fine. You might be totally fine with it, but just to, you know, if you're having problems.
I started questioning celery because celery is starting to taste really sweet to me.
Well, they've said if it does start tasting sweet to you, then you might consider it. I mean, if you're really having trouble if you're really, really stubborn. But that's pretty rare.
Okay.
So, yeah, that cardamom tea, Andrea, I don't know if maybe that made a difference with you. I don't know. But that shouldn't make a difference but it does taste kind of sweet.
Yep.
No.
And I took the fennel out of my salad dressing, so I'm not eating that anymore.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm not eating it either. And I love it.
I know, I do too. And I will eat it again just right now. I want to get deep into spring,
Yeah.
so it's out for now. I used to be able to, I don't know what happened. Something changed on me, but
I think it's stress. And to tell you the truth, it's occurred to me that stress, I'm really pretty good at telling myself, okay, there's nothing you can do about that. But just because there's nothing I can do about something doesn't mean that don't have an undercurrent of that stress.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm a meditator, and I'm really used to saying, okay, it's out of your hands, but it doesn't mean that somewhere subconscious or whatever, I'm still not, I'm no longer grinding my teeth, but I used to grind my teeth, and I would know that as much as I didn't feel like I was having stress consciously and people wouldn't see it in me, I know that in my sleep, I was really processing.
That's exactly what was happening to me about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Andrea and I we were talking earlier today too, that I truly think that's a huge part of, it's just crazy. Yeah. It's never happened before. And Andrea and I both are the type of people that take on other people's stress. Like we physically feel it and take it on. So you're probably that person too, Paula, because yours.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm pretty empathetic. So, and I'm always trying to solve a problem. Always looking for, okay, there's got to be some solutions here somewhere.
Right.
Right. And I think most of the people in our group are like that in this group.
Yeah.
So we all have to be super conscious of taking care of ourselves and making sure that we don't let other people's stress overwhelm us too much. Like it's okay to give, but Andrea's got it down. Andy B's got it down. I mean, I wish I could learn how to kind of externalize yourself. I mean, she has to for her job, or you would just go crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So
I wish I could learn how to do that in my
my
personal life. I guess I can. I can.
It's kind of a compartmentalization type of a thing.
Yeah.
It's part of that.
But not even other people's stress. My own stress I need to learn how to deal with better.
Right.
Yeah. So definitely, Paula, absolutely stress is, I think is the number one factor for me. Definitely. I think it's making a difference. Yeah, I've cut everything out. So it's got to be stress.
Yeah.
So cut the stress out.
I'm doing it. I'm working it. I bought my new Oliver. I know. Get my stress relief.
She bought a tractor, Paula.
We bought a tractor at the
It's a classic.
I love it.
It's an Oliver, so we named it Oliver, and so I'm pretty psyched to be out working on it.
I thought that was going to be a dog.
the things that excite me. The animals.
I love that.
Tractor.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd be excited.
So Andrea, you want to?
Yeah. Oh, I just want to go to bed. You know me. I think I lost. Let's see. I got on the scale today, and it said. So Paula, Melanie, and I don't know if we talked about this last Friday, but we gave our scales to our partners, our husbands, and because we were on the scale too much, so we decided to not get on the scale for like 3 days. So Brian hit my scale this morning. It was 6:30 a.m. and I was ripping the place apart looking for the scale because it was my time to have it because he was still in bed. So I get on the scale. I took all my clothes off. I went to the bathroom and did all that and got on the scale 155.6, and it was 159 last Thursday.
Okay.
So I'm just hoping that, yeah, I'm going to get on the scale again tomorrow, because I've had times where I've gotten on the scale, a pound has come off, gone on the next morning, and it's back on. It's
That's
you
what
know what I
happened to me.
mean? I'm like, one day, I what did I do there?
That's why
So
the scale is. That's why the scale is so dangerous.
yeah, it was driving me crazy.
Think in your mind the scale is jinxed. Like if you get on the scale, you're jinxed. So stay away from the scale.
Well, so anyway, I do feel lighter.
Good.
I feel more comfortable when I get in the driver's seat of my car. My gut isn't hanging over on the sides and in the front over my belt, which has been very uncomfortable. I'm actually comfortable sitting in my car. There's definitely more that I'd like to go away, but I feel I can tell the difference. And I've only in the past 2 days I've only had half of my Alka-Geyser. I don't know. I just decided, and then I don't know how many days has it been since I stopped putting the juice in. It's probably been a week now, and I've only been using water instead of juicing and using the juice. So, because that was celery and cucumber and kale.
Yeah,
juice.
you were finding that sweetness. Yeah.
And I'm probably going to go back to that because I really feel like that's where all my nutrients are. I'm convinced. So I'm after being in Deep Spring. I'm still a airhead. My kids even notice it. I have to like really think about when I'm trying to say something. Words aren't coming to me.
Do you take vitamin B12?
You asked me that last time we talked, and no, because I was taking it, but it's sweet. So the one I have is sweet. So I haven't been using that.
Well, when you use it, your brain fog might really clear up. I mean, it has for me.
Yeah. And I'll be more than happy to start popping those again once I get out of Deep Spring.
It'll clear up from this too. It'll get better once you flip over. Once
I'm juicing again and I have fruit, my brain won't be all wacky anyway.
Right.
I really think it's from this.
Once you get Andrea, once you get into ketosis, once you get into it, you're gonna get a lot clearer, a lot more clear-headed.
I'm much more clear today. I'm just so relaxed. And I mean, I know I was stressing, but like I said, I haven't had anxiety and I I'm just so much more relaxed nowadays than I was prior to WildFit, that I just I really go into my relaxation, and I think I just kind of zone out. And I mean, so I'm I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like I was always
that's
like,
a good thing.
Yeah, it is, and I'm okay with that because I don't need to have all this stuff to say right now, and I don't need to. There's nothing I'm trying to do where I have to be really sharp. Whereas before I was super sharp, and I was. Well, I thought I was, and I was drinking coffee, and I was on it, and but I was probably all over the place because I would probably talk too fast and too much, but I'm just really getting into this mellow feature. I kind of like it. It's just very calming and soothing.
I think detoxing from sugar really reduces anxiety too.
Yeah. So I'm really happy about that because that was probably what was going to kill me, was the anxiety.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I drank a lot because of that too. I didn't
Yeah.
drink a lot, but I mean, I drank a lot of beers, like every other day. I'd have beers
Yeah.
after work just so I
Exactly.
can calm down. Yeah. Anyway, so I took out, part of the alkagizer. I cut back on the avos, no pistachios. I have had other nuts, like I've had some, but for the most part, I'm not, I don't have any citrus or anything.
Yeah.
So I cut out cucumbers because Melanie suggested that. So I haven't had cucumbers for like at least 4 days.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if that's the problem or not. But anyway, so I took some things out and I lost some weight. I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday. I actually didn't really get tired today until like 3 o'clock. I got a little bit tired, like it was time to wind down. But I don't feel like I'm going to pass out or anything. You know what I mean?
But it's okay. Like if you have the time, if you're working out of your house or you're at home, Paula, or whatever, Andrea, if I feel like I'm getting more rest with less sleep. But if you feel like you want to take a nap, it's okay. Like there's no rules about it. If you only sleep for 5 hours one night and you want to take a nap or something.
Right. Well, we've talked about why I don't take naps, Melanie.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I'm just going to go to bed at 8 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah, go to bed at 7 o'clock.
Because I've taken 3 naps during this. It's been about 3 in the afternoon, and I'm a jerk when I wake up.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, even if I'm not acting like a jerk, I just feel like a jerk.
Maybe if the house is empty and well, just this whole detox stage and stuff, like you still are doing it
right. And then if I take a nap, then I won't go to bed till late, and then I run la. So I'd rather just go to bed early and get up early. Yeah. I like to get up early.
But just know that this whole 90-day challenge is basically a huge detox for yourself.
Right.
Your body is doing huge amounts of work. So you are going to get tired. So there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm going to go take a bath and go to bed at 5
Totally. That's right. I have taken a bath and gone to bed at 5:30. I have done that. I'm like, this day is over.
Because it's your own quiet time to get away or whatever. There's no rules. Drop all the rules. Your rules are the rules now. You make them up.
Yep. I always try to do that anyway, Mel. You know.
You rebel, you.
I know.
Well, I mean, I wish that everybody else was here, but that's okay.
I feel pretty good.
How Corey's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't talked to her in a bit, but yeah, I think everybody's doing pretty darn good. Andy B, yeah, she's on it. Corey sounds like she's on it too, even with her traveling.
Yeah.
To the city.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah, and Andrea went to a big party at Easter and did awesome. Didn't eat anything.
I even brought my own stuff. You know how I was talking about that in the meeting today? I made my side, which was something that I could eat, and I brought a chicken leg that I grilled, and I brought it in foil, and that was my dinner, and I had olives. Oh my God, Trader Joe's has this little packet of 99-cent Sicilian olives, and you could just get it's like a treat, and then you could just sit there and eat them. There's like 10 in there, and then you're good to go. Little packets of olives
for 99 cents. Are you serious?
Yeah, a little packet of olives. Yeah,
huh.
They're just little, and they're super flavorful. I know, I should send you some.
I still have a pack from when I went to Greece that I brought back that I
nice. Yeah.
I just unpacked it. I was like, ooh, look at that. I forgot.
Yeah, olives are good. And that was the other thing that I had at Easter. I had my this and my that, and then I just got a whole bunch of olives, and because there was a whole bunch of different kinds of olives, and I had olives all over my plate, and people were like, wow, that's the, you know, and I'm like, well, I couldn't have eaten, if I didn't bring my own stuff, I couldn't have eaten anything but olives
Yeah.
on the Easter dinner.
Yeah, 'cause
So it is important to bring your own stuff.
Yeah, and eat ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's about all I know.
Yep. So everybody's doing. You guys are all doing okay.
Mhm.
Just
I'm just so glad to hear that Paula doesn't have any pain and that you don't have any. You said no inflammation. I mean, my God, these are the two greatest things.
yeah, and
exactly.
then you get to sleep through the night because you don't have the pain, because that's what always woke you up, also, right? So now you,
Exactly.
You know-
It's really amazing that there's no pain. I have occasionally a nerve pain, but there's no arthritic pain. The nerve pain just comes from the fact that I have some joints that are really badly deformed, and it really is not for very long. It's just kind of a shock of zzz, zzz, and maybe it'll do that 2 or 3 times, but it doesn't wake me up at night. It does occasionally hit me if I'm on the rowing machine.
Yeah.
And I thought I would have some when I was tending bar, and I had none. But after I was home and I took a shower, then I had some for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But I mean, I consider it no pain. I mean, that's normal, particularly at my age and in the condition of my joints. So that's not at all. But I'm telling you,
That's
there's
so
no inflammation.
awesome. You know, there's so many people in our age groups, in mine and your age group, that are having this same type of stuff. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
and it wouldn't even occur to them to change their diet in this way if they just are on medication and whatever. People are. I mean, it's outstanding that this is happening for you.
I know.
What do your
Really.
kids think, Paula? Have they noticed?
I had expected to have hoped to have a marked reduction in pain. I didn't expect that I would have none. And it's astounding to me that I have none.
That's so awesome.
It's just amazing.
Have your kids seen you?
My daughter has seen me because she bought a new house. She's moved to Temecula. And so
Oh, wow.
I've been over helping her unpack and all that kind of stuff. And she's used to me gingerly, moving around that. And I was unpacking the kitchen and moving boxes and carrying on, and it didn't bother me at all. And
was she thrilled?
Yeah, she was, and she's doing some similar kinds of things on her own. But I still see that there's a lot of hidden sugars.
Yeah.
In her diet,
Right. Well, she's not doing the Wild Fit Challenge. That's why.
No. But I told her. I said,
Tell Jabron that we said hello.
Yeah, tell her we said hi. Jabron's always been super healthy, right?
Yeah.
She's always been.
Yes, and the thing is she has had a lot of problems since she was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, and she's, gluten intolerant, and she's just a lot of things have bothered her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very active. I mean, she's run a marathon and all that kind of thing. So,
she's so cool.
But she has, trouble sleeping. She has some inflammation and some pain. There's a number of things. I think this would really be good for her. She likes to research everything herself, but I still think that the emotional support,
Right.
the team thing is really important. Hearing how other people have handled something and what their success is, those kind of things are very motivating.
They
as
are.
well.
They are.
Which
Our
really-
mothers could have used this. Melanie and I were saying our mothers would have really, they'd be here today if they were able to do this, I believe.
Yeah.
And it honestly could have saved both of their lives.
Yes, I truly believe it. I really, really do. Yeah, their diets and lack of exercise is what took them out, for sure.
My mom had a huge, bad sugar addiction. I cleaned her house out several times of sugar and went back to find more.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a bad sugar addiction.
Yeah, and sugar is so closely tied to cancers.
Yeah.
Right. It feeds it. It's tied to all diseases. heart disease.
Yeah.
It's just tied to everything.
Right. It's a bad feature. Yes. I
I
love
know,
you, Mel.
and most diets that you go on, that sugar is a part of them. They allow it in one way or another. I mean,
I
bad
know it.
sugar too, quite often. The whole like,
Yeah.
you know, some of those that you have to buy their food and stuff. Just think
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the crap that's in that food.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Well, just think of Slim Fast. You know, the
Oh,
amount of
yeah.
ingredients is like, you know, these 5 paragraphs long.
Right.
You know, just
But that's why it doesn't ever last, you know, right now. Like, do you guys think of all the different diets and weight loss things you've done in your life? You know, do you see a difference with this one? Do you truly think that maybe it's changed your relationship with food?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yes.
Yeah, because it makes sense too, and it's not all propaganda trying to sell you, you know,
No.
the next
No.
weight loss magic pill.
Yeah,
Right.
and there's no products. There's no foods to buy, you know.
Mhm.
You
Exactly,
just buy
and
everything.
you know, a lot of it is sometimes it gets frustrating because it's like, why don't you provide us with more recipes and stuff? But a huge part of it is also getting you to become a hunter-gatherer.
Creative. Right. You got to get, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, getting you used to looking up recipes and learning how to adjust them and do them yourself, because you only have a couple weeks left and you're out on your own, and we want you to be able to navigate it
Right.
and be able
We
to,
want you to try out spices. We want you to see what
Right.
this tastes like, what that tastes like. And, you know, I mean, even I feel like I know a lot about food and spices, but just being, you know, being so limited, which is, you know, it's just the way it went in Deep Spring. It makes you hunt for the things that you can have and trying
Yeah.
out different stuff that you
Right.
wouldn't normally do, you know, which is really, it's a very cool thing. I'm glad. I'm really happy
and then when we go
about it.
back into summer or fall, we appreciate it so much. It's like,
Oh,
whoop,
yeah.
oh, what?
I know.
We get to have some beets? We get to have a sweet
I
potato?
know.
So,
It's funny.
I know it.
yeah, and I don't know.
I'm just going to drop a chunk of pineapple in my alkagizer. I'm looking forward to that. Like just
Yeah.
you know, a chunk like this big makes a world of difference.
yeah.
Just
Can you
because it'll be fun and
imagine?
pretty.
Can you imagine how sweet it will taste to take a bite of a piece of
I
pineapple?
know. I don't even know if we could handle it. You
I know it would be
We're
like,
gonna have to ease into that. Whoa.
Yeah, probably too sweet. Well, the
So
other
look-
thing I noticed is I've had advice for many, many years to cut dairy completely out. And I'm a cheese nut. I love cheese. But,
Mhm.
you know, I have noticed that once we'd cut out dairy, inflammation began to subside almost immediately.
Isn't that crazy?
That was amazing to me. I went, uh-oh, I noticed something right away.
Right.
And I noticed it in my hands. Of course, we're not measuring our hands, but I hardly ever wear rings anymore. And I got out something in my jewelry box and I put this ring on and it actually went on the finger. I went,
Wow.
oh, that's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
So the yeast is the problem. The yeast in bread and the yeast in,
Yeah.
yeah.
All of it, the sugar, the yeast, the dairy, pretty much everything. But what's really neat about it is, you know, like I thought even after when I first did it, that I thought I still had such a pull for cheese, and I ate cheese. I think I told you it was the brie cheese that smothered in honey and then pistachios and then baked with green apples, and it was so dreamy. My daughter made it and I ate it, and it tasted actually really good to me, but it messed with me bad. It was horrible. And like, as soon as you go off it and you go back on, it messes with you really bad. You notice it. So
What did you have, like, what, stomach problems or
Yeah,
about, like,
yeah,
diarrhea or something?
stopped
Yeah.
up, and I felt
Oh, sure.
so sick to my stomach, so nauseous, horrible.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Huh.
Yeah, not worth it.
And ice cream too. I tried ice cream, it looks so good. They're so great, the advertising and it just such a pull to it, but then you try it
But
and
why wouldn't you just have the coconut milk ice cream? You know what I mean? I would
Exactly.
just, I mean, I know it has sugar, but if I was gonna have to choose between, I'm not even gonna go for the dairy. The coconut milk ice cream is incredible. We've
Right.
had it
Yeah.
before, and they make all sorts of
I know.
flavors.
But I'm kind
Yeah.
of there. There's so many preservatives and stuff. So now I'm kind of down for that. That
Oh yeah, let's tell Paula about this
Yeah,
little machine
the
that my
banana,
daughter.
like a frozen banana.
Well, so it's this machine. I got it. I wish I'd saved the box. And it's you put the stuff in the top, kind of like a juicer or something. But it's so you have frozen banana or frozen coconut milk cubes or whatever, and you put it through the top, and it spins it out, and it pushes out this sort of sorbet. And
Oh,
so it's
nice.
just, yeah. So you're just having a nice frozen treat
But
that
they're
you can
cheap.
spoon.
Like I saw them like on late night TV or
Yeah,
on the internet.
yeah,
They're like $30 or 20
yeah.
bucks.
So and it's on Amazon. I'll send you guys a link, or I'll put it
Oh,
on
good.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that could just be our ice cream after we're in
Yeah.
Wildfoot living. If we want something, you could put berries and just have black currant
Yeah.
or blackberries or any kind of. It can be really intense and sort of tart, or you could put
Right.
pineapple
Exactly.
and coconut and banana and
Which
make a
makes it
tropical one.
so
Yummy.
easy. It makes it so easy to live WildFit because you really can have all of these great treats, but they don't have to be the
Yeah,
crap that makes us
that's right.
feel that's so toxic to our body and makes us feel so bad. You can still make
Right.
a sweet, yummy treat that is still good for your body, or not necessarily good, but not bad.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I've seen for hot weather, I've seen where you put a green grape, a chunk of banana, a purple grape, and then you just keep alternating like that on a skewer and put them in the freezer, and then you just eat them frozen right off that skewer.
Yeah, yummy.
oh, perfect.
And it's like a really cold dessert. And then the woman that I saw it, she put a little bit of cocoa powder or actually drizzled some chocolate on them. But I mean, they're fine just as they are,
Yeah.
Right.
frozen fruit.
Oh
We
yeah,
eat-
frozen bananas dipped in like real. We could make our own real
You
chocolate.
could use, because Keiko's totally fine, and put some maple syrup or something with it to sweeten it. And you could make your own. But frozen grapes, that's like one of our go-to treats in the
Yeah.
summer. We eat those all the
Yeah.
time. Way better than popsicles.
Yeah.
Exactly. And when it's really hot, I don't want to eat anything heavy anyway, but something
Right.
cold is really nice.
Oh, I can't wait.
I
Just
could just
some
eat
frozen
ice.
grapes.
I'm an ice chick. I could just
Uh-huh.
eat ice.
Yeah.
Listen to us. We're all talking about our sugar stuff. Well,
I know.
we
It's because
popsicles.
but we're patient about it. We're just having some, women, I don't know what men think, but I know that women you have to have something to look forward to. It's really
Yeah.
important with just being a happy person. There's got to be something to look forward to, and we're not trying to, go do that tomorrow or whatever, but we know it's coming and we're
Yeah.
going to look forward to it.